point is your universities, is your local libraries, becoming educated on your rights, educated on everything that they used against you, okay? That's why a lot of us are disenfranchised now, because we don't know our rights. So I need everyone, especially the youth, to know what you stand for, know what your rights are, so that they cannot use that against you. A lot of things that, as far as Michael Brown is concerned, Trayvon Martin, he did not know what he could do and what he could not do. So therefore, use that tool, because that's what you can use against this system that is oppressing us each and every single day. I come from the short north. I didn't have an education. My father's been in prison as far as the last 30 years for a crime that he did not commit.
Right.
For a crime that he did not commit. But what did I do? I used the system to work for me. I graduated last year from the Ohio Dominican University. Because I was not going to be another victim. I was not going to be another statistic. All right? So I'm encouraging you. I'm pleading with you. Use the system. Use that tool that's in between your two ears. Each one, teach one. Again, let's stop being outraged. Let's become engaged. Let's take back our community.
I got a small piece I'd like to say. It's very important that we are out here in front of the State House. The system that he was talking about using, we have to be able to vote. We have to know who we're putting in charge of our judicial system, who we're putting in charge of the laws that we're enacting and are being used to oppress the people that are here today.
There you go.
We have to be conscious of who we're putting in charge of the things that are going to ultimately decide where we end up. Just like yesterday, we've got a bunch of people who were not fit to decide whether injustice was done or not. We had the majority of the people on the trial.
9 people, 3 black people in town.
Thank you.
85 black people.
Thank you. On a situation that's clearly racially based, we can't continue to be held under a system where we're putting in charge of people who really don't care about our needs and about what we think is just or not. The system is situated to keep us where we are now, out here making a bunch of noise. But we have to be, like you said, educated. We have to be put ourselves in a position to control our own community. Otherwise, we can't really say anything about, what we're being put up against. I've decided to go to school. A few of my friends here from the school right up the street, Capital Law School, and we're understanding how the system is working against you. And it's scary, to be honest with you. After I heard the verdict yesterday, honestly, I was afraid, because there's nothing that I can do when a police officer pulls me over and it's just me and him. I'm terrified because I've been pulled over for a headlight and 2 cop cars were behind me asking me questions. Flashlights in my car. It was a headlight. There was nothing violent about what I had done. But when our system is in place to keep people like me down, to keep people like us ignorant, so we don't know how to fight against them, it can't be our fault. I made sure I voted this year. I make sure I know who I'm voting for. So if I do end up in a courtroom, I know the person that's putting the gavel down. It's important that we make ourselves know who's in this State House, who's making the legislative decisions, who's making the judicial decisions. It's important that we don't just vote, but we know who we're voting for and ultimately know who's in control of our communities. Thank you.
Right on.
Yes.
Good.
Bring it home. Are we about ready to move out?
Let me see. I did tell them 5:15 or so. We got about another half hour before we should move out.
Well, we'll bring it home with the chip, but I will need you guys in another one. Oh, we got somebody who wants to speak. Yeah.
Everybody speak up. Feel free to come up here and grab this thing.
Okay, so just so everyone knows, I'm really nervous. I'm not good at talking in front of people. I'm super nervous, so I'm sorry if I kind of...
You can do it.
You're great.
kind of stutter. But today, I have a class called American I was in my class
don't fall,
for
Deb.
American Political Thought and Radical Ferguson. And today we got to talk about Ferguson, and I am the only African American person in that classroom. I go to a school in Worthington. Okay, so I go to a school in Worthington. I was the only African American person in the classroom, so I kind of had to did the initiative and kind of, explain, because there's nothing I can ever say, for people to completely understand where we're coming from. But the way I said it is, a lot of people think we're equal because I can sit next to you on the bus, but what difference does that make if my brother can't walk down the street without worrying about someone taking his life who's supposed to be protecting him? So you can, if you think we're equal, that's fine, but you're honestly blind and just ignorant to the world around you. And it is honestly time for you to sit down and just look at the fact that every 28 hours an African American man is shot and killed by a police officer. That is two African American men every 2 weeks by every police officer in the past 6 years. Now, if you guys aren't amazed by those statistics, I don't know what I can say to you to make you understand the absolute fear that me or my mom feels ever. When my brother walks out the door, he was looking at a gun in a Walmart. Or maybe he went to the park and someone thought he had a gun, and someone took the initiative to call the police, and the police thought the only thing they could do was to shoot him. No. Because they're honestly, there's so much I can say, but I just want to take this moment and just think about your rights and Trayvon Martin and everyone else and Michael Brown who lost their life because it didn't die in vain, because here we are today, and I think this is really special, so thank you.
I'm not a cop. So it's fine to come back here and I did 4 years in the military, 6 months in Iraq, and fight overseas, and come back here fight some more.
A little closer to the mega. There you go.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay. So I just saying it was funny that, I did 4 years in the military, 6 months in Iraq, and I fought over there and I come back here and fight again. We have to have something to fight for. Martin Luther King said it's the fierce urgency of now. We have to really think about that. The fierce urgency. We can't wait till tomorrow to start this. We can't wait till another minority is someone else. We cannot wait. Our time is now. When the Barack Obama referee said, "We of us can change what you see," we have to do it. No one else is going to do this for us. Look at everybody out here. It's cold. We freezing. But the message is making us warm.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm so happy to be out here. This is my very first rally. I got to come out here and support this, because this is something major. This is more important than anything else right now, to see unity. To see different faces, white, black, all of us are here together, saying that justice has to end. So God bless everybody, and thank you all for coming. Thank you very much. Welcome.
Hello, my name is Rashida Angus. Fight for the rights. I know that's right. As a mother of 10 children, yes 10, I have 7 of them who are African American men. My oldest son is 16 years old. I've seen the racial tension that's going on. A lot of people don't want it to be a race war. They don't want to identify it as a race war. And I give a lot of respect to everyone who out here who is not of African American descent or culture, because it shows that you stand with us. And it
Right on.
takes a community to unify, to make a difference in this world. It is unacceptable for the police to think that they can go into our communities and shoot down our children for unjustified reasons.
Right.
I know that the African American culture does have issues with black on black crime. And I also wish to see more rallies against that, because it's not just the white man shooting down our children, but we are shooting down each other in ignorance. So I want to see us stand more on those issues as well. Trayvon Martin hit close to home for me. Ferguson County, Michael Brown hit close to home for me. It hit close to home because I myself have to worry about my children, who are 7 black African American men who are already condemned by the statistics of this nation. It's petrifying to think that my children can't go outside and that they think the police is an enemy and they should be a justice system for us.
Right.
They're not. I witnessed it firsthand. Tear down families and tear down communities. So I run the Divas Corner talk show, and I also run a group called Teens Click. You can find it on Facebook. It's sponsored by the Divas Corner talk show. We deal with issues on racial tension, youth violence, bullying, empowering women, strengthening families, most all back to the African American community, because I'm African American myself. I welcome everyone to search me out on Facebook, come into the group and blog. There's also another group called Fight the Power, the Black Revolution. You can find that on Facebook. It's sponsored by my friend. Her name is Jamaica Conley. Join the group. This isn't about being racial and saying, oh, the white man is the devil and they're against us. This is about unifying and having a voice and making a change within our community. So I'm happy to be here. I love everyone and everything that they're saying. I appreciate all the support, and I will look forward to everyone getting in touch with me so how we can, you know, go forth on developing this and not just stopping it right here with just these conversations and just small rantings and ravings, but making a voice. Let's get in touch with Congress. Let's get in touch with our Republicans. Let's change the legislatures of what's going on. The open carry laws that's been changing, the Obama affecting the right to carry laws. The guns aren't sold in the stores, they're sold in the streets. That's right.
Right.
I do understand that as well. We can't fight back with violence. I'm sorry, this is not the Black Panther time. We need to do it the way that we're doing it now, and I am so happy that this is a peaceful protest. We have every right to be here, so please let's unify and keep doing exactly what we're doing and the way that we're doing it and proving them wrong. Black people are not ignorant. We do not have to resort to violence. We do have a voice, and it can be heard if we continue to stand together. Thank you for your time.
Right.
I want to let y'all know that y'all look beautiful right now. Like, this is absolutely what a man named Martin Luther King had a dream about. Right now, what we're doing. I'm a black student at The Ohio State University. Yeah. I go to one of the largest PWIs in this entire nation. But just seeing what I'm looking at right now from the city of Columbus, I know I got support everywhere I go. I know I have support. Yeah, I'm a black man. It's cool. You got cops that ain't right, but you do have cops that are right. I'm from a military background. I'm in the military. I'm coming in on 8 years. I've been deployed, been to Afghanistan. Like my brother here, what is it like to come home and feel like you're gonna get shot down by your own people?
Right.
We fight for each other. We don't fight for nobody's, like, no political bullshit. We fight for each other. Excuse my language.
No, you're right.
This is now. This is right now. This is not the next major televised tragedy. There's a young man, 12 years old, just got shot in Cleveland by the police. That's right.
When they knew it was a toy.
With guns, if that's the case.
They knew it.
We gotta start from the ground level, like my little man right there in the arms. We gotta start there. We can't start in high school, after school programs. That's right. That's when it's too late. That's right. We can't start middle school, after school programs. It's too late. You gotta get to them single digits. I don't even have kids and I know what's right and wrong. That's right. And we are here because of right and wrong. This is not black and white anymore.
Right.
Look around the crowd. This is not black and white anymore. This is right and wrong. We gotta stand up every single day. If I gotta stand out here and rally with y'all every single day, then that's what we'll do. We gotta let our voices be heard across the country, but we gotta start at home first. We gotta support each other at all times. We gotta tell our kids, we gotta tell our elders. Let all that stuff that happened a long time ago go. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all okay if we unify and come together for a better cause, a better tomorrow, and it's gonna be all right. Peace, love. I love y'all. I'ma holler at y'all.
Somebody gonna do something a little different. I feel like, can you hear me? Better? Okay. I feel like we need to address, I mean, obviously it's great that, you know, there are multiracial crowds, but we do need to discuss that at the end of the day, it is a black person being killed every 28 hours. And we do need to discuss that it's a system that is anti-black, it's white supremacist, and it's not white people it's indicating, but it's a system. It's the fact that if you are darker, you will be judged because of your skin tone. This is true. And so we need to be able to address that as a fact. It's not condemning everyone. It's not saying everyone is bad. But this is what the system is built like. We have to be able to be honest about political power. And yes, voting matters. At the end of the day, the prosecuting attorney in the Ferguson was a Democrat. Like we have to understand that that was their first murder all year with Mike Brown. They're not even a community where they're all killing because they're about to throw out there. Like these are issues that we need to be real about and understand that although all this stuff matters, political power is outside of this ballot. That you come together, you petition, you march, you write, you do so many other things to show that you have a voice outside of just voting every 4 years. Everyone isn't voting every 2 years like you're supposed to. We need to understand that it's so much more when you come to building movements. We have to be able to boycott. We have to know what businesses really support us, what companies and corporations really do support us, because a lot of them don't. There's so many donating to privatized prisons, which obviously this injustice is related because it's easier to just plan something because everyone thinks black people would obviously have weed or obviously do this and do that. And so there's so many things that we have to be able to address in these systems, and it's all connected. And so when it comes to addressing our issues, we have to be real and understand that race does matter. That this country was built on racial injustice, right? On the backs of slaves, on murdered Native Americans, on stealing resources from across the globe. But we have to be cognizant of that. We have to be real about that because if we don't, we will not address the root issue. At the end of the day, there's a power imbalance, and the root issue of that is going to be race. It's obviously economic because even when you're poor and white, you're going to be treated lesser because you're poor. And we have to be cognizant of all these things and how they're related. We all have to come together to fight them. If we do not do that, it just won't work.
Right on.
Realize that we have appeals rights. We need to question the way that the law is applied. Question the way the law is applied. Even though we can't go back and have another criminal proceeding, we can question the U.S. Appeals Court of the way the law was applied in Michael Brown's case. If you say it's an unfair jury in DeKalb County where the population is what you say, 85%? 85% African American, then there's no way that there should be how many? 9 jurors?
9 out of 12.
Caucasian and 3 that are black. In a community where it's 85% racially African American. Question the way the law is applied. We need to go ahead and get in contact with the legislation in DeKalb and see what we can overturn there.
Make signs. Art station, make signs.
My name is Linda, and I just want to say how grateful I am, first of all, to everybody who's spoken until now. I'm learning so much. You know, it's real easy for a white person to turn the other way and not be aware of some of the injustice,
especially with
huge
some of
violence,
patriot people that said they were going to teach me a lesson for that.
Problems that people of color live under every
Patriot
day.
Motorcycle Club.
It's way too easy for
Told me
as a white
what the
person
Klan could do to me is nothing
to say,
what they're going to do to me.
It's not my problem. But I read the book by Michelle Alexander about the new Jim Crow, and I was so outraged that I wanted to engage. Who was it who said, be outraged but be engaged? I love that. I love that. I love that. And I love everything that you've been saying today about unity and bridging barriers that divide us, because I really feel the energy of a good movement here to make a difference and to change the system, but it's only going to be if white people and black people work together, if young people and old people. And I just want to end by saying I'm so glad there's so many young people here.
Right on!